Alright, I'm back again. I'm going to make this short, sweet, simple, to the point. I watched last night's presidential, whatever you want to call it. And I have some initial thoughts and takeaways on it. And I just want to share those because this is not going to be a full synopsis of my thoughts of the matter, because quite frankly, the words escape me that I can use to describe it that would get me kicked off of every social media platform and possibly on a few more watch lists and possibly interrogated by the Secret Service. A few key takeaways from it are someone asked me, I think it was Tuesday, and I think it was someone at work, what my thoughts were of the debate, and I said, we're screwed, and there's not nary a drop of lube to be seen. And I am going to stand by that statement entirely. Second takeaway is that I don't foresee Biden being the nominee. Now, whether they pull the plug now or they wait, I don't know which. They may try to do a second debate and see if it's any better, but I think they are going to be fielding options. I'm sure there were talks going on while the debate was on, and I'm sure they're going to be fielding options if they haven't already today, if they haven't already started. Who they'll get to go against to run, I don't know. They haven't really built anyone up. They were working on Andrew Cuomo. That fell flat on its face. Gavin Newsom is not, I don't know nationwide if he would be electable. Hillary Clinton's been crawling out from underneath her rock lately. I don't know how that would work. Would they really want to try to do that one again? Or do they try to get RFK Jr. or even Tulsi Gabbard to come back into the fold? I don't know. Democrats have kind of the same situation going on that the Republicans do, in that there's a little bit of an identity crisis going on. The more moderate members of the party are feeling kind of left out. The old guard is going away for one reason or another, and they're having a hard time getting someone raised up for a major role like the presidency. And how a third party cannot rise up in this. Well, look at who controls the election system in this country. It's the two parties, and they do everything they can to keep a third party killed off. Third takeaway on this, all week we've been hearing the Supreme Court has been releasing some decisions. They have seemed to be a little bit more reserved, still partisan, but fairly quite partisan, but reserved compared to some previous decisions that they've made. And all week, there have been talks about the Trump presidential immunity. Oh, we expect a decision today. Well, it wasn't today, but it'll be tomorrow. They've just been kicking it down the curb. I think, personally, I think the Supreme Court was hopeful. As the old saying goes, the trash would take itself out. And I don't see that is what happened. I think this puts a lot more pressure on the Supreme Court to make a decision and make it fairly quick. And I don't think it's what they were wanting to do. I think they were trying to kind of lick their wounds a little bit, and that is not going to happen. With some of the things that's come out regarding justices and what they've been getting, and some of the controversies of past decisions, I do think they wanted to kind of lay low a little while. I don't see that that's an option anymore. I will throw in a fourth takeaway, and that is right now, who will Trump get for his running mate? That may also play a decision on if they replace Biden, and if so, how quickly they replace him and with whom. If Trump goes with someone like Ramaswamy, I think that's going to hurt Trump. Trump needs to get him someone that can seem level-headed, that comes across as level-headed. He needs someone who can appeal to the women voters who he's kind of losing out on, and help with the minority voters. He's made some headway, not going to lie, on minority voters, but it's not enough. He also needs someone that can get the more moderates to hold their nose and vote for him. Now, if Democrats keep Biden, that may actually help. They can say, oh, it was just a cold all they want, but I've had a cold, and the only time in my life I've ever had someone ask me a question or talk to me, I just stared at them blank-minded like that. I had been up, it was about like 7:30 p.m. on a Friday, and I'd been up since 5 a.m. on Thursday with no sleep. That's the only time I've done something like that. So if Trump can find him a good running mate, and I don't even know who that would be. Biden is will definitely be done as the candidate, because there will be no chance. If the Supreme Court backs Trump on the presidential immunity bit, then things will get a lot more interesting, although I fear what could happen by that, because I have a sneaking suspicion there would be a lot of people wanting to line up to take advantage of that. Be like, oh, you can't do anything, I was president. We would see that. But ultimately, that's just kind of my rambling thoughts. I'm going to try to put up something a little bit more coherent when I've got more caffeine going through my caffeine stream than blood. And once I've had a chance to digest this a little bit. But let me know what you think. What a time to be alive, right?